Hello and welcome back to Spare Time Gardening with me, Simon, and today I've got a really exciting delivery to share with you. Just received these Begonia Illumination mixed plug plants, and inside the box there are 12 young plants ready to be potted on. Now, if you've never grown begonias before, this Illumination series are absolutely stunning. They're known for their large cascading flowers, vibrant colours, and they are perfect for hanging baskets, containers and window boxes. And what I love about starting with plug plants like this is that the hard work has already been done for us. They've been professionally grown onto this stage, we'll have a look in a second, so all you need to do now is pot them on, give them the right conditions and grow them on until they're big enough to go outside later in the season. So in this video I'm going to show you what the plug plants look like when they arrive. That's obviously really important. What to check for when you do open the box, because we want to make sure that they're all safe and healthy. And of course how I like to pot them on to give them the best possible start. So without further ado, let's open the box and let's take a look, shall we? And so here they are. You can see these are nice healthy plug plants, each one sitting in its own little cell. That's exactly what we want to see. Now when the plug plants first arrive, first thing you need to check is, just make sure that are the leaves healthy and green, and I'm happy to say these are. Is there any damage that might have been caused in transit? Again, can't see any damage in these. Another plug's still slightly moist, but not soaking wet. Again, they probably do need a little bit of water, but not a lot at this stage. These actually look really good. The plants are nice, they're compact, and you can already see the beginnings of the root system forming underneath if you look carefully. And at this stage, they're still quite delicate. So the most important thing now is to get them out of these trays and into some slightly larger pots so they can continue to grow and develop. So let's pot these on. So for young plug plants like this, I like to use these kind of trays. Gives the roots enough space to develop without overwhelming the plant. And for compost, we're using a good quality multi-purpose compost. You want something that's light, free draining, because begonias don't like sitting in heavy, wet soil. So you see, first of all, just fill the trays with compost. So there's only 12 of these plug plants, so just 12 cells will be enough. So once that's in there, what we'll do next is just make a small hole in the centre of each cell, just big enough to fit the plug plant in. And then what you want to do then is start looking at the plug plants. So start looking at those in a second. So when you remove the plug from its tray, make sure you handle it with care. Try and hold it by either the root or the leaf, but not by the stem, because it's quite soft and still delicate. And as you may have noticed there, the roots are just starting to hold the plug together so it sits nicely. Let's have a look at another one. Just move one out. Have a look at that. You see that the roots are holding the soil together. Very good. And then all you do is just simply pop it into the hole that you made and just gently firm around the compost. You don't want to press too hard, just enough so the plant's nicely supported. And pretty much that's it. So nice and simple. We'll just continue to pot these in, making sure we keep as much root as we possibly can. So once they're all potted on, the next step is to give them a gentle watering. I like to water them from above, just enough to settle the compost around the roots. And after that, these will go somewhere bright but frost-free. So either a greenhouse, conservatory, or even a bright windowsill indoors will be perfect for this. We'll just pop it in our little greenhouse. Key things for begonias, what they need right now is light, warmth and constant moisture. But one important tip, don't overwater them, because begonias prefer compost to be slightly moist rather than constantly wet. Then over the next few weeks you'll see these plants start to put on more growth, fill out and eventually begin producing flower buds. Can't wait for that. So that's it, all potted on, and by early summer these should be lovely strong plants ready to go into hanging baskets or containers. And because these are the Illumination mixed variety, we should get a really beautiful mix of colours once they start flowering, which will look fantastic cascading over the edges of baskets. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how these develop over the coming weeks. And that's all for today's video. Just a simple but really important step in the growing season, getting these young plug plants off to the best possible start. And I'll be sure to keep you updated on the progress as they grow on, and later in the season we'll get them planted into their final containers. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe and follow along for more updates from the garden. And as always, happy gardening. Bye for now.